Troll it. control your body pump. It's on the back of the Maria that you up. You gonna see it's a lesson of the trick is to look at your pump. It's on the one that first have which is shall your bomb. It's on the one that was in the level you up. You gonna see it's a lesson of the pump.
At the risk of everything working, welcome back everybody. at the strange time of 10 to 9 on the 28th of December. It's a Sunday, and we're almost at the end of 2025. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. If you're watching live, hello, hello, and if you're watching later, hello to you too, all over the world. God knows when you're actually watching. It could be years later with my glitched out avatar. All right, guys. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget, the links are in the description. So you need to get the links. Come and join us. The Discord, come and join us. We're all here. We don't bite often. Fernicar in the chat. Battlecruiser operational. Liked and subscribe. Now, where were we? Dragon Diffusion. Can we get a tins tonight? I think we definitely can. What a great idea. I'm not sure exactly what you said, but yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. So I haven't cleaned off my decorations from the holiday period yet. I hope you're all having a good one. They'll be gone next time. But yeah, it's all over, as they say, as we welcome in the end of the year. And look forward to 2026 and all kinds of crazy new models that are undoubtedly going to land on our desks. So get ready, everyone. I hope you brought silicon. Tonight what we're going to be taking a look at is actually a little bit different, a little follow on from last time. We're going to show some love to the people that don't use Claude. Now I will have you know that someone in our community named Fernicar is often using the Gemini models in AI Studio, and we're going to be demoing a little bit of that. I took about a day and we made a bunch of games, and we're going to be taking a look at them tonight. So we're going to be doing Let's Game Dev with Gemini. We're using Gemini 3 Pro Preview in all cases, in case you're watching this 3 years later and that's a joke by then. Everyone's like, what? People used that? But anyway, we'll see, won't we? So we've made a bunch of games. I'm going to show you the full workflow and we'll make one at the end. How about that? But obviously we're going to have to get through all of the other ones first. So the bulk of it is going to be me showing you a bunch of what I made earlier. A little bit of a Blue Peter game development show tonight. So thank you again for joining. And let's get started. So obviously you need to start at the start, don't you? So that would be obviously, there is no source. Tins. So tins is a way to reverse engineer with no source code. Okay. And it's going to create what we call a tins readme.md file, which ultimately was the format that all the models ended up adopting. So what does it do? It's once you use the tins skill, which you can pick up over on Tins for Skills, and that can be used of course with a variety of different models, but the idea is it's programming behavior. So if we look at Tins for Skills, we've got the skill.md. I'd put that into a Claude code or an IDE or something similar. So this is the making of the tins we're talking about. But I've given you the tins, and you'll see what we'll do in a second. It's quite nifty. So this is the tins skill. You can load that into Claude Code or Claude Web, and he's gonna, if you say do this with tins, you know, design the game with tins, he will do that. This has been tested on a bunch of, it's not just for making games, it'll make anything, okay? But it's remarkably good when you pair it with AI Studio, which is an interesting one because we took the same plan and we put in Claude Code with Opus versus Gemini 3 Pro. And I'll be honest, the Gemini beat my man Claude. So, I mean, you could argue that the code might be better with Claude, but there's an aesthetic feel that actually... Anyway, we're going to have to take a look at what we did to really push this sort of workflow. So obviously you have the tin skill locked in. All right. I'm going to show you some prompts in a bit. But just in case you want to do this and you've already done this, for example, if you go over to Mushroom Fleet on GitHub and hit up Tins for Skills, you're going to find the games folder. And inside, all 13 games are included. One of them includes a neural network integration plan. So some of these games actually have AI learning involved. Local, of course. What else is there? Is there any other extras? I think that's mostly all the extras. So, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, Dragon Force. There's a calzone version of that. Motocross Mayhem. Mech Arena is the one that we did the test with Claude versus Gemini. Mech Arena Tins and Mech Arena Tins calzone. But you're going to hear more about that in a separate show. So, Pirates Wireframe. That's Sid Meier's Pirates. Elite Dangerous. Mortal Kombat. Mech Warrior 2. Command & Conquer Red Alert. Space Trucking is what we made instead of Elite Dangerous, but I still give the plan. I didn't actually make React Dangerous. I made Space Trucking, which is a little bit different. But yeah, Titanfall, which was funny, and we'll talk about that when we get there. Tactical Command, which is XCOM. Blackjack Dealer, which I didn't like in the end because the cards weren't correct. Mecha Neural Network Integration for the so that's for Mech Arena. And then we got the Metal Slug, alright, which is like a side scroller. So we've tried all different types of games in 2D and 3D, and the results were actually pretty impressive. Got some really cool ideas, blending some games as well, so they're not just complete rip-offs, you know what I mean? Alright. So that's the setup. Alright, so don't forget, Mushroom Fleet GitHub, you got the workflows for Comfy UI, my Comfy UI node pack. Flux to JSON is hot right now because it's compatible with Nano Banana and a lot of the latest video models. Okay. Variationator is a nice way to automate the variation of this, combined with the Zenkai system, which is in the DJZ nodes. Many agents are now stored inside the LLM-based prompts. I just keep throwing them in there. Always keep checking for new ones. There have been some new repos that you can see. Most of it is all of the games that we've been working on. Obviously, I checked them all into GitHub. Elite Radar was nice. So the radar that you have in Elite Dangerous, it has like a specific type of radar for 3D games. So I made that into a React component. I've been doing a lot of modular component stuff. So you can work on a specific element for a game and then bring it in. Obviously that'll work with any type of app. Okay, so it looks like JSX collection. I started putting together a JSX collection, which is currently only got the Ven 3D, but I'm going to put more components in here, so keep an eye on that. Things that you can just bring in. And as you know, the Starship Engineer that we looked at in episode 308 is open sourced. So if you want to check out that game we were looking at where it was all crazy, telling you the crew was shouting at you and you had to push buttons, it's all here with all of the everything. Okay, so that's the there's that. Alright. Let's get into it. We've got a bunch of them. So I'm going to start at the start, which is React Combat. Okay, now React Combat, as you might know, is probably, as you can tell, it's React. It's Mortal Kombat, right? So I'm going to pick Bob, because I'm creative with the names. Bob versus Steve. Oh my god, what is going on with the background? Are we on a train? Are we on a train? We're on a train. Oh my god. Need to do a kick. I don't know why they're like crouching all the time. I guess it's like crouching tiger, crouching dragon. It actually, oh, I did a Hadouken. Oh, I actually won the game for once. Oh. It has a block as well. Basically, if you know the key, you know, like down, punch, down, out, punch. The animations aren't there. It's all SVG placeholder. But the point is, the actual entire game is there, if you see what I mean. It's kind of funny. I don't think it's supposed to be a fight on a train, but that's what it became. Oh, Come on. It's just a button bash, isn't it? These games in the end. Oh no, he's doing a special move on me. I win round 2. So it has the 3 rounds. I win the end. We got character selection. There's a move list. See, here we go. There is. I have the knockout blow with down punch. Right. But the point is, once you've got something like this, you can actually put like good graphics and animations, and then you can tweak it. But to get to this state so fast is crazy. So going back to what I was saying about the tins. Okay, so let's just quickly side cut before we jump into more of these, because the process is surprisingly simple. If I go for the Elite Dangerous FTL mechanics, probably not. React-based Mortal Kombat game, okay? And this is the React Combat Tins README, which is what I put out on that repo, okay? So you can take this and you can make it with whatever model you have. And do you know what? When new models come out that are better, the app that it makes will be better, because it's sort of like it only can interpret with what it can do. And the better the models get, the better the interpretation gets. So the plan is always the same, if that makes sense. It's a succinct description of what the app does. And so then you say, this is what it does. And he says, I know exactly what all of that is. I'm going to make it. And obviously he'll do that to the best of his current ability. So this is kind of future-proofing software production. But it's not telling it what necessarily to do unless we need to. So I've asked it for React because I know it works well with stuff like that. So I've asked it for React. It's React to JSX, but there's other reasons for that, you see. It's possible to do a website or an exe in many ways, so it's kind of versatile. You can also build to Mac and Linux and Windows if you want. So we've looked at all that stuff in different projects. But essentially, how did we make this? Okay. Well, I told you about the tins skill. I told you where to get the tins skill. In all Claudes, if you go to your settings, you will find the capabilities section, and if you go down, you can add a skill. Okay. Upload a zip or .skill file. Oh, they called it a .skill file now. That's fun. So I guess you renamed the skill.md to .skill. That's fun. So if you put the skill into a folder, into a zip, you can import, copy it in, however you want to do it. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to redo it so that there's a .skill file now. But I bet it's just a rename. So anyway, I have my tins. That's where it will be. That's where my tins skill is. I also have the calzone for folding. That's compression. And then I have the unfold for making it into a bigger, longer, more detailed set of sequential plans. Now, so you assume this and that. You make the tins. There is also a system prompt way of doing tins, which existed before Claude skills and all this stuff. And that works with any model as well. But what we do, let's have a look at the actual prompt here. Okay. So it's the most succinct way I can put this. I've used front matter to fake. I've used fake front matter to dose the task. So I've said task, use UltraThink with deep research to write a tins plan. Description. Explain how Mortal Kombat works from a game design perspective with a view to creating a lightweight spiritual successor entirely in JSX React component amendments. We plan to mimic the game in every way using SVG assets, initially planning to swap out for low frame rate 2 or 3 frame sprite animations. We will start with 2 characters, Bob and Steve. Thank you, Steve. We aim to create React Combat. It will start with the main menu, there will be a character selection screen, and there will be a fight arena in side-scrolling format, which is exactly what we get. Okay, so off he goes, he does his research. Now if you turn deep research on, he'll do deep research and, it'll make the plan even better. But this time I didn't have it turned on. But the prompt is the same, okay? It's going to go off, it's going to find out a bunch of stuff about Mortal Kombat, and then he's going to create the Tins README, which is complete screen flow, full combat system, 2 complete characters, technical architecture. Okay, and then that gives us this. Now then, now you've got this, or you've downloaded this. You copy it, you go over to AI Studio, you find yourself here on the Gemini 3 Flash preview. You probably want to change that to the Pro preview. And then you're going to put in the system instructions here. Just copy the whole things. Okay? And then all we have to do is type begin the plan. Begin completion of the plan. Start the plan. Start implementation of the plan. It doesn't matter. You tell him to start the plan. And he will know because his system instructions clearly define exactly what he has to do. Everything is there. Everything is there. And the trick is that when he's finished, you tell him to continue the plan. Continue the plan. Continue the plan. Continue the plan. And you keep going and you keep going and you keep going until when you're testing it, you're like, I think everything that I asked for is here. Okay? If you don't know, read your plan. Read your plan and you'll know what you are asking for. But anyway, once you check the game and you're happy with it, the last thing I do is I say, write me a report. There's a new markdown artifact which tells me the difference between the original plan and what we've got, and write a plan to, complete any unfinished elements, because there's usually a couple of things. And also, like I said, the funny thing about this is, I think just from what we've just done, if you just keep saying continue the plan, not only will he finish the plan, but he'll start doing more stuff that you didn't even put in your plan, which you probably did need to do actually. So it's good advice usually. Anyway, it's very cool, and I'm happy to show you all of this stuff because it's very cool. But anyway, React Combat done. So Megaforce. Oh, this one's so cool. Right, hang on. Let's go full screen and get rid of it. Can we get rid of it? Do that. Okay. So Megaforce. This one's super cool. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Speed, data. All right. I haven't played it on this machine, so it's going to be new. So here we have the game interface. You can't see the tournament button behind me. But that's all you're missing. So yeah, we have generals with different abilities, and then we have the army manager, which has got all the different mechs. Do you know what? I think it might be too big. Yeah, we're going to have to make this window smaller so you can actually see everything. Okay, and it's possible to nano banana an image for every single one, but as you can have 100 units, I'm not doing that. It's just something it gave you. It just gave it to you, it just did it. He was like, oh, okay, we can nano banana a little robot picture for everything. Anyway, there's also an AI tactical advisor who uses an LLM to tell you what he thinks you should take into battle. It's quite funny. But we've got like a pretty good spread of different units here. They're all different mechs. Everything is SVG, like I said. Yeah. There's also a mecha upgrade screen, so you can pick the different mechs and you can change what they have fitted. You can upgrade the XP. There's all kinds of stuff. All kinds of metagaming. We'll get to the neural lab in a minute because that's the big feature. There's also the strategics, which is the grid formation. So if I go for wedge, right, and I'll take the beam general, so he's going to charge up a big laser, all right, and fire it. Okay, we'll do a quick match, and I will pause it. Pause. So each of these different units is a different type of mech, and they're going to charge each other like in Dragon Force, and then they're going to attack each other. And the convergence beam is ready, so they get mega beamed. And now my guys are shooting as general. I win, right? Obviously, if I was to change to a different general, like the halberd general, who is the big melee mech, it's going to be a different story. Now I could say hold, I can say flank, and I can say advance, and I can hit the halberd, and then he's going to hit the halberd on a timer. So if they get close, they're done. What else do we have? We also have the rocket pod general, which, as you can imagine, does rocket pods. So we'll let them take care of this. Oh yeah, I have to trigger it. I'm sorry, I'm used to the AI doing stuff like that. I was too slow. So that gets me to the point. Neural training. What I wanted to experiment with this game was adding a neural net to train the thing. So how about we just do a quick 1,000 steps? What could go wrong? It shouldn't take too long, right? But yeah, so it's going to train a neural net by playing the game. And because there's a lot of variables, as you can see, it went flat after about 150. But trust me, it does actually get down to like 0.01 after 1,000 steps. I think we actually will stop and just do 150 because it seemed to just drop down about that far. Then let's do it again. Would be funny. It just doesn't really learn anything. There's too many variables because you're trying to tell him about the formations and when to fire the special attack. There's loads of stuff he's going to do. So anyway, we save that, export the zip, and then import the zip, and then that makes sure that we have the neural network locked in. Obviously you would train it for more than 150 steps. It's probably not very good, but let's find out. So has he even learned to fire the missiles without me? I'm not going to push it. Yeah, he's doing it. Oh, can he win? Yes, by the skin of his teeth. He won. Now you could say that's just a dice roll. So how about we put him in a different mode? Because what did the AI actually learn? I did ask that. And what it learns is when to advance, when to hold, when to fire the special attack, and that's about it. And apparently what to target. Like if you notice, there's a line that goes from each mech to show what they're going to target, and they all target the commander. Without the neural net, some of them will target the closest. You know, they have a different priority, right? So it does learn, but it learns simple stuff quick, and hard stuff takes ages. You could argue it doesn't even learn it at all, because it's like, you know, there are statistical elements to the game, like there, you know, you could roll a 1 in the RNG, because obviously these are all base mechs. They're not, you know, you're probably supposed to develop them. But anyway, if I go into the arena with this guy, and you can see at the top, neural link active, I've got a bunch of stuff to make sure that it is actually loading the neural net and not gaslighting you. Uh-oh. He's gonna... Oh, that rocket was so lucky. Oh, wow. What a game. So it's Dragon Force with Mecha, but our AI is a neural net, which we train, okay? And I wanted to make it so that you could share the neural net and then enter it into a tournament online. But I'm trying to figure out the safest way to do the sharing, because you can't just, you know, you got to be careful. So, but yeah, basically you can't just let people upload neural nets to your server. Maybe we do it with like a Hugging Face, some kind of Hugging Face integration, so that you can like put your neural net on Hugging Face, and then it becomes available to the game, because the game could pull from Hugging Face. That's what I'm thinking. I'm working on it, but I actually think this has legs, because it's kind of fun, this game. It's kind of fun. I'm not even really scratching the surface. It's just a random bunch of noob units. Oh, baby. But anyway, let's go on to the next one. So this is Mecha Force Neural Tactics. Like they say, the big trick is the neural net and the ability to train your army and then use that file in combat. I wanted to, in fact, in the Claude version, I kept developing it, and there's an online server which you can submit your mecha and then it will just be in the tournament forever. That was the idea. Like a Stigmergic tournament where you submit your save file and then it's always there to battle any player that plays the game, you know? That's the idea anyway. I don't know how far I'll develop it. But certainly the idea you can actually train the AI for your battler and then send it into fight is kind of cool. And we did a bunch more stuff like that in later games. So, in fact, did I even show the main Mecha Force yet? I don't think so. Well, I guess, yeah, this is the Dragon Force version. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. Fernicar made the AI Studio version of this one. No. I'm sure I made an AI Studio version of this one as well. Oh no, it was a different game. Of course. Don't worry, I get confused because there were like 13 or 14 games we made. But yeah, let's get on to the next one. This is cool though. I really enjoy this game. It's got a lot of like rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock, which is kind of sick. But anyway, moving on, we have Metal React. What's that based on? Metal Slug, but not really. It just kind of came out like a standard side-scroller. But I want to point something out here. We're not trying to rip off games that exist. We're trying to ape the mechanics to the point that we have something which is playable, so that then we can come in and say, okay, now it's actually a completely different character that we've made in Nano Banana, in a completely different world that we've designed the lore for with Claude or Gemini or Grok, and the mechanics are all slightly different, and you tweak it all, and before you know it, it's a completely new and different game. That's how that works, okay? It's not an asset flip, you know, it's like a starter template, because you have to get the AI to kind of be lucid in that holographic image, that shape of the game. And if you can get him locked into the shape of the game, you'll be able to make any type of game in that genre. So I would say we're using this as a form of guidance. Anyway, Metal React, what is it? It's a platformer. Whoa, I just got... Oh yeah, that's right, it's based on Metal Slug. I need to actually shoot. So obviously I can't get up there, and I can't get up there. So, what do? Well, it's not been developed that much. But if I go into the level editor, I could put a platform here and... It's probably not good enough. I could put a platform here and here and here. Obviously, this isn't the point of the game, okay? I'm just showing, you know, oh, and we can have... Whoops, and put him in the ground. Oh no, I deleted the floor! Oh no! Right, well, we have to... We're gonna have to make our own way. Oh dear. Right, quick, shoot. But the thing is, it's all SVG, right? So you can replace the SVG. And to be honest though, the SVG is so good, I might keep it. It's not bad. You could actually, you know, if you put some effort in with SVG, you can make some really nice graphics, you know, you don't... but yeah. We're not going to spend much time on this one because we didn't spend much time on it either. We basically made it from the plan and left it there. The level editor and a side scroller. So obviously the idea is you can make a bunch of cool levels, change the character, and it's essentially a different game, isn't it? That's what it's. It's a side scroller template is what it really is. All of these are really templates to make a starting point in that genre or in that type of game. That's the way I'm looking at it. Some of them are like experiments to see if it's even able to do this, and some of them really don't work as well, so that's going to be fun when we get to one of those. This one will be Heroes of Might and Magic 3, so we have our map, we can go in, we can do our city, town and hall. I don't want to spend too long on this because we spent a lot of time on other games and it's like... But yeah, essentially you can like develop the town, and then we we can move around with the rest of our points. Maybe we go here, pick that up, end the turn. The AI is going to move around the map, I think, and we get to keep going. Maybe we do something else. But yeah, I didn't spend much time on this one either. It was a quick one. I was like, can we make this kind of game? And yeah, you can make this kind of game too. So if you wanted to start off, it's another starter template, you know. You got all of the stats that you would expect for this sort of game. And then we have our name, all of this sort of stuff, the army size, except, you know what I mean? So there it is. There's another one. I just want to keep going. Okay, we're going to come back to React Warrior because this is one of the best ones. It's Mech Warrior 2 and it's in 3D, and we actually managed to get SVGA shading going. It looks so nice, but we're going to do that one. I'm going to save that one, guys, for when everyone's fallen asleep from all this nonsense. So the next one we did was Tactical Command. Now, if I remember right, this is XCOM. So this is the base. You know, when you build the rooms in the base, so you have the research lab. I can say, oh, I want to research beam weapons. It's going to take 7 days, apparently, right? Let's go full screen. Okay. I can go to the barracks. I can manage my soldiers. We're going to go into combat. We've got engineering, so we can build things. Launch a satellite to reduce panic. We can start building that, I guess. Power generator. What's this? Scan for activity. 20 days to report. 19 days to report. Oh gosh. I think I better go and do a mission. So we're going to go mission or USA, UK or Brazil. Brazil is hard. I think we should probably just do USA because it's medium and I'll still get killed. Right, so as you can see, we've based this on XCOM. It's got no graphics really. It's just like the mechanics and white box, I would say, with like SVG placeholder for everything. And again, this is just putting the tins in the system prompt and saying, do the plan, and then continue the plan, continue the plan, continue the plan, right? And obviously we've shown you how to make the plan in the first place, so you can target anything and then put it in there. And yeah, I mean, here, let me show you. So we're going to move forward. There's no animations or anything like that. Like I said, it's the base. It's the white box, like I said. Put him on Overwatch. Move him to here. Put him on Overwatch. Move him to here. Overwatch him. Move him to there. A little bit exposed, but... Oh, wait. Can he make it? Alright, end turn. I moved too far. Attacking. Shit, we're taking fire, boys. He's taking fire, mad fire. So let's get him in cover. Oh, that's a different guy. Right, let's Overwatch him. Let's run him up because he's already taken damage. Overwatch him. I think I was getting shot from the side. I'm not sure. We'll get this guy to take the right and see what's going on. Okay, I think that first guy is going to get shot. Oh, missed, attacking. They're all up here somewhere. We've got to move up. We've got to be tactical. Oh, there we go. Right, I know what this guy's job is going to be. Frag out. 2-piece. Now, how do we deal with this then? Oh, I don't know, maybe... Just get a straight shot. It might be too far. Miss. It's too far. There's no cover up there. Suck. There's more of them over here as well. I reckon we're going to do the Valiant charge and try to clear. Oh, he missed. It was all for naught. Yes. Oh, I've still got a frag. Oh, it's too far. No, I don't have a frag. Oh, crap. I just threw it backwards because of a glitch. That's not a good idea. I'm guessing it's too far to throw it. So I guess. He's basically screwed, isn't he? Let's overwatch that guy and hope for the best. Miss, attack. Oh, man down. So we're now outnumbered. Let's see if I can get one of these grenades to work. Yes! So now we just need to take out the other guy. Cover is probably important. I'm not really sure how sideways covers work. If you notice, there's only cover in one direction. It'll be like a paintball map. Oh, there's an idea. Make a little paintball game. We'll put him on Overwatch, and then this guy, I think he's already had his turn yet. Oh, he's moved. Did the Overwatch shoot him? Nope. Don't move, just shoot. Yeah, accuracy bonus for not moving. Cool. So like I said, I mean, look, it might not look pretty, but it's the template, isn't it? It's a starter template. You could make an XCOM game from here very easily. And the thing is, we give the plan. So I'm not giving you any code. You take the plan, you build it yourself in the way I just explained. You take the tins. Obviously, every game that we're looking at today is in the release Tins for Skills games. So you'll find all of the games that we're going to look at. I'm releasing all the plans, and the plans were made by simply putting the entire plan into the system instructions. That's it. And for better or worse, you know, some take better than others. You know, it's not like a win it's not like a 10 out of 10. But I would say it's probably like 9 out of 13. Anyway, let's keep going. So we looked at this one. I actually really like this one. The tactical turn-based stuff is really cool, and this is looking extremely clean. I think I'll probably put a level editor into this one and then actually make some cool levels. They're very cool. But obviously we give away the plan, so I'm confident that if you make it, it will be different. So I'm happy to give all the plans away, because when you do it, even though you're just saying continue, eventually you're going to make some decision which will make it your own. So it's funny how that works. It's just how it works. Next. Right now, this one's actually going to be great, because this is a little lesson about the limits, okay? The limits. So motocross, right? In 3D, how do you think the physics is? Should we see? Wait, there's the bike. We're currently heading into space because the gravity is so strong and the springs are so strong. So you go to space. Okay, you immediately go to space. So I can drive and I can turn. I just literally shoot up like a rocket. And to be honest, I think that he was being belligerent, because I said, when we start the game, the bike immediately flies upwards, which is obviously a physics glitch. And he gave it a rocket effect. If you look in the first frame, if you slow it down, there's a rocket. There is an actual rocket. See? Did you see it? So instead of fixing it, he just put a rocket on the bike so it flies up in the air. He's bonkers, isn't he? But anyway, so we have our motorbike, and yeah, it doesn't work because the physics are completely fried. All right. So I just wanted to mention there are some things which he just doesn't understand. So you might get lucky, but if you know he doesn't know what he's doing. So anyway, that's something. This is another good one that we're going to come back to. That's the Elite Dangerous one. Yeah. So here's also something interesting. When I was making these tins, I would initially do the deep research, and it will give you a report on the game from a dev perspective. Okay, lots of different architecture stuff, bits and bobs, maybe some formulas sometimes as well, so you can make it very, very authentic. But anyway, it's funny as hell. Like I call it faithful, a faithful fan recreation. But the thing is that I put that, not the tins, because we make the tins from the research result. So anyway, I put in the research result just by accidental copy pasta, and he ended up writing me a Titanfall wiki. It's really good. Look at this. I mean, I know Titanfall's done, so not a lot of people remember Titanfall, but if you have a look, it's got all the pilot certs and the perks, it's got the armory and loadouts telling you all the bits and pieces, it's telling you the stats and all the different, oh wait, they're not changing, anyway, so maybe not completely right, but I was just quite impressed with it, and he's given you a little Gemini 3 flash to give you advice on the game, which is really quite cool. So you can make like these sort of dedicated game helpers, which is kind of cool. And it was instant. It took like no time to do. It was very, very easy to do. But it was an error. I actually meant to make this. So he didn't make a game, he made a wiki, because I didn't give him the plan for the game. I gave him the results that made the plan for the game. It's kind of funny. But anyway. So this is going to be another turn-based hexagonal experience. So we have our mechs and we have the enemy mechs, and we can obviously do our moves and we can do our attack. And I can take this guy, I can do my move, and hopefully that mountain doesn't get in the way. Oh dear, the mountain got in the way. Am I cooked? I lost 30, but my HP bar didn't move. Well, I'm just going to do another attack. And I missed. So I'm going to move and kill that guy, and then hopefully the AI is smart enough to attack me. It did something. Whoops. So this is supposed to be Titanfall, by the way. We didn't ask for a tiled grid, but you get what you ask for, and if you don't ask, you get what you get, I guess. Turn-based Titanfall. It's kind of funny. Let's get him. Oh no, we both missed. That's not good. We have to beat the game. There we go, we beat the game. So I get 1,000, go back to my hangar. I can deploy different missions. I can have a look at my pilot roster. Where is it? Mecha Bay. Where's the thing? Oh, armor. Yeah. We've got the different things. I can change to different weapons. A pistol. Frag grenade. Anyway. And then we got 2 mecha. Got an empty slot there. Better equip that particle shield. I saw editor as well. See, I made a map editor. So it's possible to actually make your own maps. Yeah. Vernicar says, first advice would be there is no Titanfall. Well, to be fair, when you look at it, this is Titan Core Mecha Tactical Command. You see what I mean? By the time you've made what you're making, it won't be what it was in the first place. So, yeah. But yeah, we've got all the different types of tile, and then you can paint them in. You've got player spawn, enemy spawn, objective, paint and fill. I mean, this is an idea that Vernicar came up with, actually, was doing level editors in your app to make the level from SVG placeholder, and then you just swap out the SVG. It's quite an interesting process. Maybe we combined heads on that one, but the point is that it's possible to then make perfect maps, and many of them, because you just make them by hand. You only need to make like 20-30 maps to complete a decent campaign. And then you give the players the ability to make their own and share them. Vernicar said something like that, the Wikia in the chat. Oh, okay, yeah. But anyway, like I say, we have our pilots, we have our mech, and then we can play the game. There's obviously nothing there yet, but like I said, these are templates meant as a starting point to explore various different types of game. And I wanted to show with this one that it's possible to use the plan to make, you know, a different type of game, you see, because you can transform the plan, right? Say, I don't want turn-based actually, and change the plan before you run it. Anyway, so that's another one done. So now we come to Tron Pirates, and I think this one doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's broken. So he got stuck. Something to do with the 3D engine, React 18 versus React 19. So, nope. So every now and then you have to be like, no. And to be honest, it wasn't very good in the first place, guys. It was kind of like, I don't know, he was trying to make it in space for some reason, and it wasn't good. Right. See, look, black screen. I'm just like black screen because we're like 3 prompts in and it's still got the black screen. If you refresh, you can see a game underneath it for like 1 frame, and then it goes away. And all it's supposed to be is a sailboat on a grid. It wasn't anything crazy, and it goes with the wind. You know, in Sid Meier's Pirates, you have to steer the ship, and then the wind blows you along the sea. So it's quite an interesting way of getting around. So we have the wind simulation, we have the crew and the gold, and, you know, take it from there, right? There was the ship ports where you could dock and do trade and things, get more crew. But ultimately, it was supposed to be about pirates and boarding and stuff like that. We couldn't even get the movement to work. The game is running. You just can't see it because there's a black screen in the way. Which is no good if you're trying to use the LLM to do it all, right? Okay. We're going to start at the last one because it's fun. This is fun for me. All right, so let's just refresh because the AI has a big head start on me here. So what we're going to do is we're going to show off this. This is the Command and Conquer. Obviously, it's more like June 2 in my mind when I look at this. But hey, maybe the AI will come and get me this time. He is ahead of me already. See, the range works. Gotta get it in range. I'm gonna need that refinery now. According to the map, he's already got a tank factory, which is a bit worrying. I shouldn't be able to see that, but Fog of War just isn't implemented on the radar yet. Come on, there you go. Now you go and get ore. And oh wait, I didn't get charged for that last building, I don't think. Is he going to keep mining now? Because before I had to keep telling him, yeah, he's just going to keep mining. Oh my goodness. That's great. Oh wait, don't do that. Oh, cancel works as well now. Nice. Love it. I don't know, is there a queue now? Can I make... No, there's no queue. You have to do one thing at a time. Okay. So I'm going to make a war factory right there. And immediately get on the tech center. Yes. I like that the harvester is just picking up resources now, because before I had to keep telling him to do it, and that was kind of the sucksaw. Okay, tech center, need more power. Classic Command and Conquer style. Let's get another one, shall we? Gonna build some turrets just in case he gets brave. So then, let's get some turrets. And like I said, you just do a research. You do a research, write the tins, and you know, within reason, you can make anything you want. I think people say you can make anything you want. Yes, you can make anything you want. But you've got to think it's like within reason, because obviously there is a limit to what the AI can do in its current form. But the plan remains the same. So, oh, did I just break? I think I must be at max credits or something. It looks like he's stopped. Maybe it's just broken. Let's make a bunch of rocket guys. Oh, you can only make one? Okay, one at a time. So they occupy the same spot for some reason. So there are actually a bunch of them there now. I should be able to control and select them all. And they're gonna, yeah, they're all stacked on one spot there. Okay. Which is, they shouldn't be able to do that, but yeah, it's okay. It's alright. So I guess we'll just like spam medium tanks. Yeah. And we'll go and get him. See if we can beat the game. Like I said, it's not like challenging or anything. This is purely technical, like, does it all work? Does it all work? Yeah, it does, actually. I was quite surprised. Because it would normally take a lot longer to get to this, you know, this sort of point. This is like a white box sort of stage where you can start thinking about graphics and polishing mechanics. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. We'll get a mammoth as well. That'll do. That'll be all my money. He must know what's about to happen. Right, move there and then down there. Yeah, he's figured it out. See, sometimes the pathfinding's a bit iffy and they get stuck, so you got to watch out for that. It's funny. But it's all just React to JSX. That's what gets me. So yeah, let's keep going, boys. And like I said, if we had like nice graphics to replace, or just nicer SVG, game is working. I mean, is it really real time though? When it's on a grid like this, it makes it kind of look like it's really turn-based. So maybe, yeah, anyway, do it without the grid. But hey, there is a grid in this game. So. All right, let's go get him. Come on. Ooh. Come on, let's get him. Yeah, there he is. Oof. Oh. He's done. Killing the harvesters. Oh, what's that? He's building another barracks. Oh, he keeps trying to build a barracks. That's great. He's trying to repair. Awesome. Like I said, that's the closest I've ever gotten to recreating that kind of thing. Or should I say, Gemini. But yeah. Refresh the game. Start again. Doesn't have procedural maps or anything like that. It is just what it is, right? But yeah, this is the last one I did tonight. Red alert, you know. And it kind of works. It's like a skirmish mode, you know. There are a bunch of extra bits and pieces that need to get done, but and look, it's giving me stuff that I shouldn't be able to build as well, which is weird. But these are all minor things. You can do the real-time point and click, combat. You can do it with the fog of war and all that resource management stuff. So that's another one. And like I said, the plan is in the GitHub. So let's take a look at what we got next. What we got. Yeah, we'll do this one next. Space trucking. Okay. So as you can see, we're space trucking. Now, we do have sound effects. And they're classic sound effects. Like Tron style.
Sipping plasma. Delicious.
Oh, he's scooping. Oh. Oh. I better level off. What rolling is weird. Now, much like, oof, I think I actually just collided with all that asteroids. Anyway, let me just turn around and turn this engine down. Somewhere around here. Oh, I'll just refresh it. It's easier. Anyway, if I go into the... Wait. There we go. We have the local map. Yeah. Local map. And then we have the galactic map. This is the ship that we're in, by the way. You'll see it very briefly. Oh, it's like a big old block, right? Anyway, that's the galaxy. So if I select that and I say plot route, it calculates the route like Elite Dangerous. Do you know what I mean? So it's all ropey as hell, right? It just looks good. It's really funny. So if I now do, what is it, H? No, I gotta press the button. Initiate hyperdrive. Let's go. And it's gonna do a derpy, whoa, hyperdrive. It's probably not facing the right way. It's like the tunnel. It probably does a tunnel, but then it's not facing the right way. So if I now go, look, I'm in a new system now. Yeah. Whether I can find those planets, I don't know. I have no idea. Oh. Oh, okay, all right, fine. I'll shut up. I did find those planets, like, immediately. So, yeah. Okay, so... Well, there they are. Oh, look, there he is. Should we get a slow reveal of the Spaceball one? It needs to be under the ship to get it perfect. So that's apparently engine glow, which is kind of funny. There's a lot of glow. But yeah, we're in a block. We're in a brick, basically, yeah. So it should have been 2 steps. So we should be doing another one. Whoops. We should be doing another jump. Is it just initiate hyperjump again? Yeah, because I got the fuel. So you got to scoop the stars to get the fuel to keep jumping long distances is the game, right? I basically carved out just that little bit. And yeah, the start, it's always in the same place, and now we've got different planets. So if we check, some of them are going to be moons, so you can't see them, they're too small. But yeah, we're in the new system now, right? Now there is Super Cruise to help you get around, but I've got it overpowered at the moment, so you can just You can just drive around like it's a truck. But there is a Super Cruise feature, which is for when the systems are like really, really big and everything's really far apart, or if you're slow. And so just to give you an idea of what the Super Cruise looks like, it'll probably break the game, so. It's more developed in the other version that I made with Cloud. So if we just line it up like this and aim up a bit and hit the Super Cruise. Okay, enough Super Cruise. We'll turn around and I bet we can't even see anything. It's probably the skybox though, to be honest. Yeah, it's like we're off in the distance. I don't even know. Faster than light, man. What? Yeah, reload. Inspired by Douglas Adams' Space Truckers. For fun. We have our manifest. Okay. Alright. System map, galaxy map, we've got the scanner, Super Cruise. Oh yeah, there's autopilot, which will like, you know, turn you to a destination apparently, but yeah. Hyperjump. Obviously you have a fuel amount and all that good stuff. So yeah, what do you call it? Feature complete? I don't know. See, we should come to life facing stars. I don't know. I think I broke something. But anyway. So that's that one. And like we can come back to that. Okay, we looked at that, I explained that, so that means we can just do this for a bit. Although, I am going to go and grab a coffee real quick, so let's do the coffee first. Right. Hello everyone. Coffee time is up and we're back on the gas. Alright, we're back. So anyway, like I say, let's just take a look at this game. This is the last one I want to take a look at tonight, and then we're going to do a quick rundown. So yeah, this one is React Warrior. Mech Warrior 2 Mercenaries with a few little mixes. Extras.
Sensors online. Weapons online.
Whoa.
All systems nominal.
Okay. We need to move. The AI could be better. They just don't know what to do. Poor guys. Uh-oh.
System failure. Shutdown imminent.
I overheated. Getting too confident.
System failure.
Whoa.
Shutdown imminent.
Whoa. Don't overheat. I'll circle around that mountain. Cool down.
Reaching navigation point nav alpha.
Oh, wait a minute. I can just go over there. Whoa, what the... One of my weapons is being weird.
Reaching navigation point nav beta.
Oh no.
System failure. Shutdown imminent.
Don't shut down. No shutdown. No shutdown. They're all stuck in one spot. All of the mechs are just one giant mech right now. Oh no. Oh.
Enemy target destroyed.
One of them. Missed. So it's Mech Warrior. Do you know what I mean? You've got an upper half and a lower half. So obviously I'm walking this way. I can look left and right, but the body keeps going that way. So you have to set the throttle and steer the legs, but also aim the upper body to shoot. So it's like two tanks, really. It's like a tank with a turret on top. It's very cool, very cool. It looks like he's just firing off into the distance, like they're not even aiming at me for some reason.
Enemy target destroyed.
I mean, it could be because he's broken. Like his targeting machine is broken, but I think it's more likely that the AI is fried. But that's okay. I can see all of the stuff is working at least. And so, yeah, the thing we're doing here is we're doing it was SVG placeholder stuff, right? And I started thinking, why not just use 3JS React Fiber, right? With Fabric for the UI. And then you can do the wireframe, right? Because he can make wireframe. I mean...
Enemy target destroyed.
Hang on, is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of them. Let's just have a little look here, yeah? So, I don't think I've got an external camera. Do I have an external camera? Because I did, yeah, F3. Right. Didn't really help. Look at me, I'm like a weird block thing. It's very difficult to see what's going on, I know. Because what I've essentially done, when we were making the Elite game, the Elite was all wireframe because Elite is well known for being wireframe. And I realized, oh, it's happy to just generate these basic polygons, you know? So I thought, well, if it can make the polygons like that, then we can just shade them with the old SVGA technique. And so then you end up with these this lovely skybox, and even the ground is actually solid. It's shaded. Whoa. So, yeah. And so you get, like I said, they were all colored, but they've got shaded textures on the mech parts. It's kind of hard because the lighting's not very good yet. I want to make the lighting better next. But the funny thing is, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just Java.
Reaching navigation
JavaScript.
point extraction.
It's really good. It's kind of funny. Oh man. So
System reboot initiated.
let's go up to one of these mechs when they're alive and see what they look like. See, it's a bit like Tron. They don't really move. Look, that one really does look like a Tron. So they're smart enough to stop. They don't just keep coming. So if I go up to them, what do? They're not even shooting at me. Well, they're shooting into the distance. He's shooting away from me. Poor guy. This guy isn't shooting at all. Okay, so the AI's broken as hell. But he's following me, look. He wants to shoot me, but he can't shoot me. What about this one here? He's shooting in the distance as well. Poor guy, he's looking at me, but he's firing out the back of his head. Or whatever. Is this also firing out the back? Yeah, they're all firing out the back. Okay, they're all shooting backwards. Hey man, it makes it easy for me to demo the game, right? Why is it? Look, no, right. It's a shame I can't look up and down a bit with the camera just to see things. You'll never get in a good view of that. Every time. Google. Shh. Google. Shh. Google. Shh. Trying to pop me out of the game all the time. Anyway.
Reaching navigation point nav alpha.
Oh yeah, we got zoom. I forgot about that. We got zoom. Ah, there we go. There's your way to see what's going on. Sort of. I'll start going backwards. Yeah, look. Yeah. You can see that much better. If I lock on, you can see he's taking damage to all the parts I'm actually hitting. Well, maybe not. He just took damage to his leg. Anyway, what else do we have? Cycle zoom. We also have vision. Okay, so
Light amplification engaged.
light amplification sucks because there's no light sources. Flashbang. Warning.
Thermal vision engaged.
Oh, actually, the thermal vision's fixed. It used to just be... maybe there's another mode, okay, so maybe that still applies. But yeah, so thermal vision. There you go. Now we can see what's happening. Where's the other guys? Are they all in the same spot? Well, yeah, they are, aren't they? They formed like Voltron.
Light amplification engaged.
It actually fixed it. That's cool. What else do we have? Cycle target, centered torso, chain fire. Oh yeah, we have jump jets as well. I forgot about that. Oh, I think I took damage to my legs. But yeah, very simple. And the nice thing about it is, where should I get to?
Reaching navigation point nav beta.
Again, it's a template because you can obviously make your own assets, fit it into whatever you wanted it to be, speed it up, slow it down, change the rules, change the physics, etc. Right? But if I come back, do I have it here? Why don't we have it here? Hang on. Yes. Level editor. Now it's in its infancy, and it is funny, but essentially it gives you the ability to make scenarios. So for example, I could have buildings, I could have a bunch of, select modify, okay, mountain, I could have mountains, a bunch of mountains, have a bunch of different, have a little bit of an urban thing going on, and enemy spawners could be, Oh yeah, and the enemy spawner, so I could have like 1, 2 Jenners over there with a rifleman. And then I could have a commando come from the other side with a hunchback. Where does the player spawn go? I guess it doesn't. And then you can do select whatever. So we can do save the level, and it will select save as a JSON for sharing and all that good stuff. And then we can
Reactor
go.
online.
Oh boy.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Did it give me the new level? It did. Yes. Let's get into the city. I could make it much better than this. Obviously, I just wanted to see how it looks like. You like tightly pack it in. Give yourself an urban environment or an urban scenario of some kind. Oh my god, that's a lot of them. They're forming up like Voltron again. See, we'll put in the logic like don't get close to each other. You're not allowed, minimum distance between them. And also make it so they can actually hit me. Oh, here they come. Wouldn't it be funny you just put like more and more of them really far away? I think ideally what you probably want is like a spawner over time as well. They're all bunched up.
Reaching navigation point Nav Alpha.
Are they going through the mountain? Hacks. But yeah, so much fun, dudes. We'll probably have like that assault tanks game I've been wanting to make for years done. But anyway, like I said, it couldn't be easier if you have an idea or you want to make something. Now, I was surprised how good this actually is, because normally I'm like, no, Sonnet. But I have to be honest, Gemini came out on top this time, and that's actually a huge deal, because, up until now it's been Claude in the lead for this sort of stuff. And for Gemini, which was widely regarded as not being one of the best, to now be on top for video, image and text, it's pretty significant. That's like nearly a full house. If they had like the best audio speech model as well, and they do have one, then that would be kind of crazy. And it's all just getting built into all the Google products as well, so the integration is just automatic, which is kind of fun. But yeah, we've got time, so let's do it. I want to do something spicy, but not spicy. You'll know. If you know, then you know. Kirby's Dream Land. What is Kirby's Dream Land? What are the features and mechanics in Kirby's Dream Land? What are they? What are they? It's a Nintendo property, so big respect to the giant N. So Kirby's Dream Land 1992 for Game Boy was Kirby's debut game. I had it. It was the best game I had on my Game Boy, and I'm not ashamed to, it was amazing. Several core mechanics that defined the series, simpler than later entries. Primary gameplay revolves around his signature Inhale ability. He can suck up enemies and spit them out as projectiles at other enemies or swallow them. Interestingly, in the first game he can't copy abilities, which is great for us because it keeps it simple. So that came out in Kirby's Adventure, which is also epic, and you should play it if you haven't played it. Kirby can also inhale air to inflate and fly like a balloon, which lets him float through levels with near unlimited flight. You have to press down to exhale and descend. Yeah, look, see the big chat, the blue guy. This makes the game quite accessible since you can often fly over difficult sections. Dragon's just saying, with all the Google data are sat on, their entire needs sacking if they can't turn out the top two. Yeah, it's true, Dragon. With the data set they have, it's like it's an easy win. They just need to curate, yeah. Dragon's spitting facts in the chat again. Other features. The game includes a slide attack. Run and press down. Kirby can spit out puffs of air as a basic attack. There are 5 levels, ending with a boss fight, culminating in a battle against King Day, or Day, who has stolen all the food from Dreamland, which is not good because Kirby likes to eat. After beating the game, you get Extra Mode, which is a harder version with less health, tougher enemies, and different enemy placements. There's also a config mode that lets you adjust lives and starting health. Game is short but charming. Okay, black and white graphics, even though the copying. Okay, excellent. So now, because I've got my tin skill, we can use... So Ultra Think is like a magic token, like the old Think Deeply. Everyone uses it. There's like multiple grades of it, but I do want him to think about this. So we can use Ultra Think as we use the Tin's skill to complete an implementation. Complete an implementation plan inside the readme.md markdown artifact we will create. Okay. We can take only the mechanics from the original game using pure SVG graphics only with two frame animations used sparingly. We will write the new game with React.jsx component based system design. Yeah. Preventing long-running file lengths. Okay, now let me see. Oh yeah. We will not use any Nintendo protected naming for any characters, places, or terminology. Instead, replacing all those elements with Big Dave. Big Dave. We've got to come up with something better than Big Dave. Big Dave, who is a cloud. To make him really fat. Big Dave, who is fat. But it's just Kirby. No. Just call him Fluffy. Or Floof. I think that's actually, you're not allowed to say that. Ah, yes, okay. With, I'll just say, cloud inspired meta. Because, what is it? Because our main character is a cloud. There you go. He's a cloud. That'll work. Floof. Foof is another one, actually, I think. I don't know. Ultra thing, as we use tins to complete implementation plan inside the we will write the new game with React. Do farts and not wind. We will write the new game. We will not use any Nintendo protected naming for that. Says, okay, this is a simple. I don't even need to say that. Actually, that's good. Yeah, there you go. So this will produce a tins which we can then execute with AI Studio. So I know it's sort of like, what's this guy doing now? But what are the features in the game I like? And I've got an idea of how I want to change it, which is new character, new abilities, new levels, new world. So essentially a new game then, right? But the idea that the cloud can expand itself and get lighter, you know, or absorb enemies and spit them out. That's obviously Kirby, right? But it's not, because it's not Kirby. Anyway. So Nimbus. Yeah, true. It is the Nimbus, isn't it? Player controls Nimbus, a cheerful cloud who can inhale wind currents, float through the sky, use air projectiles to defeat corrupted weather spirits that have disrupted the Sky Realm. Skydrift Adventures. Hey, how did you know? Yeah, so anyway, walking arrows left and right. Hold shift while walking to move faster. Spacebar causes to jump. Lands on platforms. Yeah, so it's like Mario, I guess. Cannot move beyond the screen edges. That's interesting. Inhale, exhale. Press and hold Z to enter inhale mode. So can pull enemies in. Pull force, capture, enemy is stored, visual feedback, gets bigger because he's got someone in him. Swallow, release Z to let, yeah. Oh, you just release Z and he gets eaten. Spit with X and then projectile collision. Air puff attack is just X with no enemy. And then flight system, inflate, press spacebar while airborne, so like a double jump, I guess, to inflate with air. That's actually kind of cool. But then I would think that because I'm trying to plan it right now, aren't I? Of course I would think that. Slide attack. Can't inflate on the ground. Must jump first. We got all the rules. Hitbox. Enemy damage. Breeze wisp. Flying enemies. Drizzle sprite. Thunder spark. Frost puff. They all walk about and get eaten. Boss. Gale Commander. Oh wow. How the hell are you supposed to... You'd have to eat an enemy. It creates enemies for you to spit at him, basically. Oh wow, level 2 boss, level 3 boss, level 4 boss, level 5 boss. Jeez. Like 5 bosses, 5 levels. That's a significant amount of game right there. Oh wow, look, it's given the spec for the levels as well. Vertical climbing required. Platforms with gaps. Slippery platforms. Vertical climbing. Complex layout. And he's still going as well. That's like not even the half of it. Now he's going to get into the code. What's he at? He is at the review, so he's nearly finished actually. Sick. But yeah, like I said, I like to try and show people what we've been working on for the last couple of days over Christmas week, and it was mostly Tins is good with AI Studio. Just pick Pro and put the Tins in the system instructions and say, well, I'll show you in a minute, we're going to do it in a second, but implement the plan. I sometimes say begin completing the plan inside file name. It's up to you how verbose you want to be. He's quite smart, you know. So, and then what he'll do is he'll follow the plan to the best of his ability, break it up into steps. He'll like go through the whole process, let you test it. And the reason I like this over Claude code, even though that would be cheaper for me, is that you can actually see what he's doing in real time. Whereas when you're doing it with Claude code, sometimes he'll do a lot very quick and it's like too late. Whereas with the Gemini, he does the bits, and it's annoying that he can't. It's funny, it's like horses for courses, I guess. And also the aesthetic is, it's like more than just subjectively. You know, if I could show you, maybe we'll do that another time, because I've been working on the Claude version of the space game that we showed, and the Gemini version just came along better. It just, you know, the UI looked really nice, everything looked really nice on it, so it's kind of hard to, you know, like, what are you going to do, go in the code and say, oh, this is more efficient or something? Ultimately, if it feels better, that's the sniff test. Everything, you know, they had the same features, you know. So anyway, let's get on with this. So if I take a download of that from records and I take a copy of it, if I now go back to the start, we're going to click on the Gemini Pro preview, which undoubtedly will be just Gemini 3 Pro, but you know, for some of you watching this video, we're going to copy the entire Tins document in here. Remember, it doesn't matter how you made the Tins, whether you used the original system prompt version, the MCP version, or the skills version in Claude Code. It doesn't matter. It's just a question of which model you're using and how you run your AI. All three are the same. The readme.md that Tins task will produce obviously is based on what you give it, but you put that entirely into the system instructions in AI Studio, and we are on the build feature, so we're in build. So when you go to Google AI Studio, we probably should mention that. When we go to Google AI Studio, on the home here, we have the build area. And obviously these sorts of things tend to move around, but hopefully it's still there for you. So we go into build, and then we have our Gemini Pro. We go into our system instructions and we make sure it's correct. It is correct, but just for the sake of doing it again. Okay, I use the React TypeScript. I leave it at default. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say we can begin completion of the plan. You say what plan? Which plan? Well, that would be the one in the system instructions, wouldn't it? So he's going to go ahead and read, and if we have a look over here, we can see Skydrift Adventures. Plan involves React front end with a side scroller, platform core, echoing Game Boy era aesthetics. So, yeah, he's off. And when he gives us this first look at this app, we're going to do it, but then we're also going to say, hang on a minute, because he hasn't done it. He's done MVP, so everything's working and he can show it to you, but he hasn't actually done everything on that plan. So I would start mining with continue the plan, and then I would continue the plan, continue the plan, continue the plan, continue the plan, until it seems like all the features that you expected to be there when you play test it are there. If there are any major problems, like the game doesn't even load, or you get a black screen, or it just crashes, clearly you need to fix them before continuing. But ultimately you will get to a point where you'll say something along the lines of, look at the original plan and write me a new markdown artifact called finalsteps.md, which contains the remaining unfinished elements. If you say it exactly like that, it will write you out a micro plan, which is the difference between what you've built and what he was supposed to build. And he does it with intelligence. So say he made a decision or you asked for something else, that won't be there. Okay, so it's not like blind, it's done with intelligence. So that means that, you know, the appendix plan that you get is going to be perfect for finishing off whatever it is you're trying to finish. And then you know that he actually has done the whole plan, because otherwise you can't really know. He can give you all these checklists and stuff, but system design is very complicated, and we use the AI for that. He can track hypercomplexity better than I can. But yeah, so it's been fun working with 3D again, because I haven't worked with 3D since Unreal Engine 4 and early Engine 5. But I'll be honest, I still prefer the 2D stuff for this at the moment. So let's have a look. Start adventure. We are Cloud. Can we move? I don't think we can even move. Hang on a sec. I'm going to say, should we be able to move at this point? Question mark. I can see the world. The character who looks like a marshmallow poop. It's funny. I can see the world, the character, and UI elements, but we cannot move. If this is to be added, continue the plan. I should have just said continue the plan, because it's probably we can't move because he hasn't even done that yet. You say, well, you can't move because there's no controller. But yeah, we can see the world. It looks like Mario. What are you going to do? See, I would actually expose a level editor again, you know. Expose a level editor, make a whole bunch of different varied enemies, and give people different environmental props to play with. Make a focus on vertical, because the dude can fly, right? So, tall maps, not long maps. Oh, there's a rendering bottleneck? Okay, so it's actually broken. Lol. Yeah. He'll figure it out. I'm very confident. But yeah, ultimately, he's going to carry on implementing this thing, and by the time he gets to the end of it, you will have like a fully functional game with all rendered shaders, all sound effects, you know, decent, because you will fine-tune the physics. I recommend the debug method. So obviously the debug method. What's the debug method? Well, I don't mean that. I mean implement a debug menu into your game and put the parameters in as sliders so you can actually adjust them. So, like, you know, never mind all of this, make it stronger, make it weaker, double this, double that. It all gets a bit crazy. It's best to just say, give me sliders, give me a sensible range to play with. You can adjust that, but give me sliders, and then you can end up with a JSON-based config, and you can bake that into the game when you're done and turn the debug mode off. It's the same with the level editing. It's much easier to have him create you a level editor and then bake high-quality levels that you make yourself, or bundle the level editor and just make one good map. It doesn't matter, does it? If you give the map editor out, I can remember early Command & Conquer, they all came with map editors. There was a level editor with the game. It came with it. Let's see. Can we do it? Oh, I'm bouncing. Oh, nice. I can be a cloud. Oh, How do I do the thing? Is it I have to push a button? Oh! I got him. How do I... What's the other button? Oh, I think I ate him. Oh well. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I suck. I'm not used to him bouncing like this. Oh no. Oh no, I suck. Whoa. Oh no, I keep on. Oh no. Looks like you can't eat the lightning or something. I don't know. Sounds like... Wait, you can't eat lightning? I'm supposed to shoot him at that, but I don't know what the button is. Because I didn't read. Hang on. X is spit. Inhale and spit. So hard to do the buttons, man. Okay, right. Whoa, don't fall off the bottom of the world. Right, get it in there and then... Oh. Okay, so I can... What? Wait, is that a boss? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. How does game work? Down. Eat the thing, yeah, and then now I should have ammo to shoot at the... Oh, crap. He nearly killed me. So, I gotta eat that. Ah! Anyway, again, whoops. We need to actually do all of the things, right? There's so many things that haven't actually been done, right? So yeah, that would be the next thing, is continue the plan. There it is. And like I say, not a lot of people know that you can use this for this yet. I'm sure there are people that know, but it's not a lot. So, and also the tins thing is something we built in our little community, so that means that there definitely has a limited number on that one, you know what I mean? Other communities will be using other methods. And this one works great. So tins turned out to be the gift that just kept on giving, and we're here, we get to reap the results. So that's pretty much the show for you guys. We are going to be coming back on, let me just check. We got New Year's interruptions. What's going on? I hope you all have a new year if I don't see you before then, but I'm pretty sure there will be time for one more show. Yeah, look at that. It looks like we're going to be doing Wednesday, which is New Year's Eve. So, as crazy as that sounds, we'll be doing a New Year's stream. We'll probably be focusing on comfy UI. So look forward to that. Watch out for the pings. Thank you very much, everybody. For coming along and hanging out tonight. As always, it's been a blast. 13 or 14 game plans with some neural net learning AI stuff. It's all very fun, but like I said, very accessible when you consider the free tier. Okay, so Fernie does this on the free tier. Okay, so everyone says, oh, it's all very well and good if you pay for API tokens. Not true. Get on it. AI Studio. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. See you all on Wednesday. If I don't see you, enjoy your new year, and we'll see you all in 2026.
stores. No way to close.